This is good.
6 days since the storm, and focus is shifting from the damage left behind to the men and women stepping up to help from all over, cooking free meals, picking up debris, or helping search for those still missing.
And something that feels pretty therapeutic. We're actually hauling some of this debris out of town. Hauling a little bit of that chaos and devastation and death out of town.
Where the shock of losing a home and a business, the grief of losing someone, it's happening right before the holidays, I said, and we're going to make sure that you have all the help you need, including the kind of mental help that's needed to help people through difficult times.
Wednesday, President Biden made stops in the hardest-hit areas of Kentucky, promising to uphold his emergency declaration. Mr. Biden walked the streets of Mayfield, Princeton, and Dawson Springs, talking with survivors and mourning with those who've lost everything.
CBN's Operation Blessing delivering relief supplies to First Baptist Church in Dawson Springs, Kentucky.
We were providing some food items, comfort items for warmth. We're providing water. We're providing Home Depot buckets so that they can begin the process of restoring their lives to some sort of normalcy.
Even in the darkest of times, people are finding a guiding light. This cross at Mayfield's First Baptist Church left standing, a symbol of hope during life's darkest storms. And consider this man's peace and worship after losing everything.
I don't want to face this storm or any other without walking with Christ. And so in those trying times and even in the good times, that's where I want to be found.
Jordan and his family survived by taking shelter in his basement with only a mattress for protection. His praise and thanksgiving is bringing hope to those here and beyond.
I play often. Music is important to me, specifically Christian music. My faith is very important to me. I played the song for me, just to get a quiet moment by myself. But I think I guess it's brought some peace and comfort to a lot of folks that are facing some really difficult situations right now.
I remember that old Bill and Gloria Gaither classic from church way back when, Gordon. It's good to see and really encouraging how people are responding to this tragedy, both the victims and those coming to help with stories of hope, resilience, and faith, and help like those at Operation Blessing.
Yes, there is something about that name. Anthony Lloyd is the Director of U.S. Disaster Relief for Operation Blessing. He joins us now from Dawson Springs, Kentucky. So, Anthony, what are the immediate needs Operation Blessing is helping with right now?
Good morning, Gordon. Yes, we're here in Dawson Springs, and those needs are still before the citizens that were impacted by the storm, and they include food, tarps and things to just help them get on the path to recovery. So there's still many that are in that part of the response.
It may be early to talk about long-term rebuilding, but what will Operation Blessing be doing to help with the long-term rebuild?
Well, Gordon, we're here in the midst of a neighborhood that, 6 short days ago was operating normally. Now we're at a site of a woman who lost her home. It's completely gone. And so that process takes months, and in the midst of all the strain on the economy, it's going to take even longer. So this woman, in the homes that are in damage, some of them are completely missing. And so, some of them just need some shingles, some of them need, maybe less repairs. And so Operation Blessing's intent is to partner with groups and to send our volunteers and just work alongside on these longer term projects to get some folks build into their hearts the hope of recovery by getting them back in their homes. But there's a lot of work that has to be done, and it's going to take a while.
Let's talk about the volunteers. What kind of local turnout have you had to help with the recovery effort?
Well, we've seen, and there's a lot of people coming from the churches nearby, and of course, the search and rescue personnel, first responders. They continue to turn out to help those that are still recovering. They're just still in shock. When we spoke with the owner of this home, she had her family around her, and they were looking for items. She's a pet owner. She had animals that were near and dear to her, and they found one of them nearby. So people are providing emotional, they're providing spiritual care, and so we're going to partner with those folks and do that as well.
All right, Anthony, thanks for being with us, and thanks for all the work you're doing out in Dawson's Creek. So Dawson Springs, if you want to be a part of this, if you want to be a part of the relief effort, there's a couple different ways you can do it. One, you can donate. You can send money to help those in need. You can call us, 1-800-700-7000. You can also write to us at CBN Center, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 23463. Just put Operation Blessing Disaster Relief in the memo line, and your fund will go to help those who are victims of disaster. There's also a way you can give by text, OBDR, to 71777. Or you can go to cbn.com. And on the Operation Blessing, this is ob.org. If you want to volunteer, you can find ways that you can volunteer where you can personally be of help. However we do it, let's all get together and realize this is a big task, and we all need to come together to help those who are in need. And this isn't some short-term thing that in a couple of weeks it's going to go away. We're looking at months of recovery for the people impacted by these horrible tornadoes. So let's do our part. 1-800-700-7000.